Hello and welcome, boys and girls. It is Wednesday Night Fights 2021 Online Edition, Episode 18. I am Mr. Mistopheles, joined by none other than Flexus, and you are strapping yourselves in for another week of Street Fighter V Top 8 action. So just as you guys know, we are bringing you the best and brightest from the West Coast, and we have a great bracket looking out tonight. On the top side, we have Chris CCH versus Clegg Madness, Chris T versus Mateoha, and who do we have down on the bottom, Flexus?
So last but definitely not least, over in the loser side, we have JB versus Jot. And again, last but definitely not least, No Respect versus Luigi. So definitely going to be a lot of great rounds. But Mr. Mistopheles, you know what else is great? Checking out that match Reno. Make sure you guys go check it out. You can use promo code WNF2021_18SFV. It adds a free 50 cents to the prize pool. So again, make sure to go check it out. You can also complete sponsorship quest on the right hand side. And if you got a little extra change in your pocket, please be sure to throw it our way. Increase that prize pool. I know the past few weeks we've been hitting over $100, and I would love to see us hit over that again because it does support the players and everything in between.
Yes, thank you so much. And again, we've got plenty of promo codes left to use. So I'm going to be checking in every so often in the chat. I'm going to call you guys out if you aren't using them. Make sure, if you're not trying to get put on blast, I would recommend using the codes. It's up to you guys, really. The ball is in your court.
Definitely. You know what else? Who's the ball's in? Let's see. Chris CCH versus Clegg Madness's court. Gonna start off the stream just right because we have got, I would say, one of the top jury players in North America.
For
Not
sure.
Among one of the top, and definitely one of the top players in North America as well, and a force to be reckoned with to look out for. Chris CCH.
Yes. Very recently, he got second place, right? Or did he get third for CPTNA West 1? I thought it was second to Nephew, right?
Something like that, yeah. He did place in top 8 for the CPT West, the NA West. So really huge congratulations to him for even making it that far. That was a huge feat. And of course, time and time again, he is placing in top 8.
Yes.
But Clegg Madness has been a force to be reckoned with because he is also making moves in the scene, constantly placing in top 8 here for Street Fighter V, for Wednesday Night Fights. So definitely a force to be reckoned with. The Seth, the jury, let's see what's happening.
Oh, gotta catch up a little bit. Hang tight, guys. All right. Clegg Madness does have a pretty significant life lead, especially considering how he is controlled right now. Just pushing past, that blue line in the center of the screen. And now look at that, the easy bake oven confirm off of the crouch medium kick, and he is working on stun.
Yeah, and that stun is, I was going to say, yep, all it takes is one hit to do it, and he was able to close out that first round very convincingly at that. It's interesting, too. He is rocking the V skill, V trigger, too, here. So it's going to play a nice role coming into this because with that activation, it's going to suck up a lot of the V gauge that Seth can utilize to extend some of those combos here. But, again, evening things up. Chris CCH not down and out for the count just yet.
For sure, and there it is. That move did get nerfed a little bit, but do not be fooled. Axe kick is still very strong. You just can't spam it for free all game. There's Clegg Madness baiting out that EX uppercut. This is going to be a chunk of damage.
Absolutely, yeah. Giving him back to life lead. There's the activation point. Goodbye meter. Hello stun.
I think this is absolutely going to do it. He does. He builds enough for super, and with that health nerf this season, that is all she wrote. Clegg Madness going up one game in convincing fashion. That first game was no joke.
Not at all. It went a bit quickly too. It's hard to break down when the matches go by so fast. But Clegg Madness, again, a force to be reckoned with. And Chris CCH is no one to scoff at. He's a top player. Recently just got sponsored with UIU. So I mean, that definitely says something about the level of skill he has. But we're gonna have to see, if Chris CCH is gonna potentially, we're going back to character select here. So maybe a character switch or maybe just a breather. We know he also has a really fantastic soccer, which is a strong character in this roster. So we'll have to see what his decision is. Obviously, I don't want to speculate too much.
Right. It could also be G. He's got a very strong G as well, though we haven't seen that in a minute, but that could definitely be a choice.
Yeah. And I'm sure too with Clegg, time and time again, we've been to this before. He is a top player. He plays really, really well. And I think Seth can be a difficult matchup because Seth has great range, Seth has great buttons. The axe kick is absolutely dominating.
Yeah.
But we're going to see it here with Christy Sage going with the Sakura. I'm actually not upset by this pick either. I think Sakura obviously has the ability to outrange just through fireball game plan, and she's got fantastic normals, but she has to be in a position that Jury can definitely outspace her with her own normals. So
yeah, it's gonna be tough. Jury does such a good job in the range of playing annoying. She's got moves, the way the hitbox and hurtbox are designed, it's intended to annoy you and frustrate you, just like that stand medium kick right there is such a strong option, and then throwing out the fireball stores once you get them. There's so many ways that it's going to be hard for Christy to actually navigate this neutral, but there is a big equalizer. Getting the V-trigger confirmation off of the EX Tatsu this season is a big change that she had, and Christy is taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. Trying to find his way out of the corner, but again, Clegg, it really isn't giving her too much opportunity. But I like the back throw, this opportune situation here. Great anti-air side switch.
That was so good. Okay, and he gets the conversion there. That's all it took. Luckily, with the extra time off of the EX Fireball, you get a lot of opportunity to go ahead and just confirm that into regular uppercut or EX. He had EX, and that was enough. Now he's up around.
Yep. And the other advantage that going with this pick too is Sakura definitely hits like a truck. She's got a lot of damage behind her punches, so you don't have to rely on a bunch of complicated confirms to be able to get the ball rolling.
That's very true. Okay, Clegg Madness getting that opportunity to get a fireball store. He's only got one right now, and that is something, you know, that you have to be able to do as a Jury player. You have to control your space and neutral well enough that you can utilize those. Otherwise, you're just missing out on tools. And speaking of tools, there is another big buff. Sakura got this in that juggled opportunity off of the down forward heavy punch, or heavy kick, excuse me, and that was juggled into EX.
Yep. And the beauty of this V-trigger activation we saw from Clegg here, wake up, EX pinwheel, you love to see it. But the beauty of it is he can play defensive and still gain plenty of meter going through it. That's the nice thing about it. But that low is unfortunate and going to even up the score. Clegg Magnus, Christy CH won across the board.
Yeah, changing to Sakura helps out so much because once you score that knockdown, the throw strike mix-up becomes so much more deadly because her walk speed is so exceptional. And so all of a sudden, where, you know, granted, Seth does also have a pretty good shimmy game, but not as long as it was because of the nerf to his forward dash after the throw. So Sakura can excel in that same regard, and that's how he took that last game. He shimmied for the win.
Absolutely. Again, going in with the pinwheel, I love to use it as an anti-air option and check the toes, but we've got DPs in here.
And now, yeah, both of them just kind of jockeying for position. Got a little bit of a lucky hit there off of that fireball throw that he takes. And there's the easy down jab confirmed. Okay, gets the forward throw, and he's brave enough to go for another one.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate. Breaking the throw in, a big combo conversion going into the dash throw again. Oh no, this is dead.
Max range. Oh my gosh, just enough hit stun there to confirm into the stand heavy punch. And now, just like that, Chris CCH is looking at set point. He's really turned this around with the Sakura pick, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And again, I'm not upset by this at all. The soccer pick is working out for him, and for good reason too. Soccer, I think struggles less in this matchup, but that's unfortunate. Talk about the struggle there. Missed the opportunity with the EX, and it's gonna get a big punish off of it.
Yes, trapped in the corner of Chris CCH, but there, knowing his range, knowing his punish, there gets the side switch combo, but not ready for the V shift. You can option select that, but he wasn't looking for it. That time he calls out the backdash, and now Clegg Madness is clamming up. He has to make this defense count.
Oh no, the activation there, it's a lot of damage, and round per round, taking it to the last moment.
Yeah, look at this. This is Clegg Madness again, shining a light on just how strong he is as a player. Using a character like Dre that doesn't get a lot of love, doesn't get a lot of representation, and really just squeezing out every last drop that she can, and, you know, making it work against one of the best players in the country, not even just the West Coast at this point, one of the best in the country.
Yeah, all right, going in with the back throw here, but loses the advantage for the corner. Again, playing a spacing game, especially with such little life left. I don't blame him. Nice V reversal.
That V reversal might have been the nail in the coffin. Look at this. Gonna be EX afterwards, and that's all she wrote. Chris CCH turning it around after that easy first game that Clegg Madness took. Sakura was all it took, and he puts him down in the losers bracket.
Yep, but again, not down out for the count just yet. We'll see a little bit more action from Clegg Madness moving on. But the interesting thing I really liked, again, going with the Sakura pick really, I think, secured his position here on winner's side. And a big part of that too, we talked a little bit about how Seth has great shimmies, and that can work out really well with knockdown situations. But Sakura as well has a fantastic dash that can really excel her mobility. And I think that's something that Seth can kind of lack at times because he is a slightly slower moving character. So really, really well done from Chris CCH.
Absolutely made the turnaround he needed to, and that's why he moves on. Coming up next, we have the other side of winners, which is going to be Chris T, a name that, at least in the singles bracket, we haven't seen for a while. I believe the past 2 times that has happened, he has competed in the team tournament with Danny Pham. But he's back in the singles and on winner's side versus Mate Oha, the resident boxer player from the West Coast.
Yeah, I always love to see some Balrog action. We definitely don't get enough of it. Oh, I mean, maybe as a chum player, it's not as bad for me, but I think when he lands like the punch setup, especially when he spends the meter for it, it's so satisfying because it's just like in sync. I don't know. There's something very, very fun to watch about it, and we don't see a lot of Balrog up in top 8, so I always enjoy a little treat, a little appetizer. So.
Yeah, can have little a Balrog representation.
Right, as a treat. You can have Balrog as a treat.
What do you mean? Balrog is top tier now.
He's pretty good.
Well, he won an NLBC. He's -4. He helped get a Pete's Coffee, sponsorship too.
That is true.
Places.
That is true. Shout out to Brian F.
Yeah, much love to Brian F. Did win NLBC, but we are not NLBC. We are Wednesday Night Fights, and we are bringing some of West Coast's best and talk about best. We got Mate Oha right now.
Yeah, really controlling the space while already pushed Chris T without any real combo to the other side of the screen. Just using strong neutral, using the dash punch when he can. Okay, but look at this already. Just doing Ken's thing, getting an insane corner carry, and already working on stun. And he wasn't ready for the V-shift break.
No, but you love to see it there. That was really, really well done in the corner, but the activation is going to carry Christy getting his corner advantage. But we'll talk about activation.
Yeah, that could be all it takes. This is not going to kill, but it's going to be... Oh, it dropped? What?
Yeah, that was...
I don't know what to say.
I think that definitely just cost him the round there, but wow, it did drop. I think he was past hit stun there and coming, because he was coming down, he just wasn't able to catch him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Mateo can explain in chat afterwards. It was very weird sequence, but definitely costly. That absolutely shifted momentum enough back in Christy's favor. And speaking of that, taking advantage of the -4 situation, getting that stand light kick into medium kick Tatsu. Now he's back pushed to mid-screen.
Yep. I've talked about this before with Balrog, but the thing I appreciate about him as a character is when he closes the distance, he's got 3 options against you. They can't use any of them right now because Christy has got him in the corner, following up with the throw. 1 hit the stun, but a hit. Oh!
Super dead. Doesn't even have to spend meter. Got the minimum scaling applied with that throw into the stun. And that is going to be the first game. Christy taking it in... I would say convincing fashion because, you looked at the end of that first round, right? There was that deadly drop from Mate Oha. And the hallmark sign of a top player is being able to take those, just that slight sliver of a moment that they give you and stretching it out to a mile. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, and the big thing too is when you have those big detrimental drops in your game plan, you have to be able to pick back up and continue your momentum. And it felt like maybe there was a bit of shock on Matoa's side, but still gonna try and bring it back here, even up the life bars for Chris T, walking Matoa into the corner, but doesn't take long for him to find his way out.
Oh, he baits out the EXDP. Look at all this damage, push to the corner, almost 400, but he's just out of range for the easy confirm. Don't give Chris T another opportunity like this. We've seen what he can do with it.
Yep. but just a pixel away. He's got to be careful if you're Chris T right now, because you are also stuck in the corner, but that definitely is going to work out for you.
Mateoha, please. Okay, he's backing out of the stagger pressure, and now he does have V-Trigger active, so this is not exactly an easy comeback opportunity. Oh my god, look at all the damage with that V-Trigger.
Oh my goodness.
And there he knew that stand fierce from that up close is -4. He knew he could punish, and at the very least it was going to be confirmed into V-Trigger to make it safe.
Yeah, it would have worked out. I think it was a win-win situation for him. He just needed to find this opportunity to get that button out. But again, pretty strong start from Mateoha. But he's got to continue to keep this momentum. It seems like just around mid-life or mid-match, he seems to lose it.
Yeah, and that's the thing against Ken, right? He has a robbery V-Trigger.
Yeah.
V-Trigger is built for comebacks. There's so much extra damage. Just knock out off the fireball. Look at this, the corner carry. He goes in for the Oki situation, and Bard is struggling to find the activation point and fights his way out of the corner.
Yeah, but no Oki situation after that, though. It's very unfortunate here. Mateoha following it up, trying to keep this pressure going. Oh, gosh.
Look at this. This is turning around. Oh, and he's ready. He was ready. Chris T got a little too ambitious, trying to steal a turn there, and Mateoha was ready. And now, mind you, we think about this. In the last situation where Mateoha was able to get that other round, he did point blank stand fierce and he punished him. That time, this team was kind of in the wrong situation, and he pressed stand fierce a little too closely again, so as a panic, he did that V-skill run to try and catch him off guard, but Mateoha was still looking for good stuff for him.
Yeah, no, it was a great adjustment there, but I still feel like Mateoha just wasn't 100% convincing for the win. You know, it felt like he really had to wait for Chris T to make the full mistake, and he didn't have full control over the entire match. But again, huge start for Chris T here with a pretty nice life lead, but
spacing them out, and now again just kind of swinging with these close and neutrals to just get space out of the corner, because Ken, you know, everybody does well when they have their opponent in the corner, right? But Ken especially, he's got so many things that are built in to just make you know, make sure that you're on your toes, and if you aren't, you're gonna get hurt big time. So the anxiety built up of being caught in the corner versus, you know, trying to just make the right decision anyways, that's easy to overload your mental stack, and that's what he takes advantage.
Absolutely, but taking advantage here, going with the dash in and dash out. Ooh, answer to the fireball. You love to see it because that gave him great advantage.
Oh man, look at this. He's sitting in the driver's seat right now, and Chris T had committed to the full target combo. That's an easy whiff punish for Mateoha. And just like that, he has made just slight minor adjustments. Most importantly, fighting his way back in neutral so he's not just getting stuck in the corner. And you know, doing what he can to make the most out of mistakes on Chris T's side.
Yeah, but the thing that Chris T really needs to make these micro adjustments. He gets a great punish, but he still is doing unsafe moves that Mateoha can really maneuver around.
Chris T finding a little bit better. Oh man, I was just gonna say finding a range to be patient between fireballs, but then he runs in and gets the back throw, and here he takes control. He's got a decent amount of gray damage built up. That's hurt, but he's still sitting pretty. Look at this. Confirm off the stand, meeting the target combo. Good chunk of damage there, and now he gets to run this game that's so deadly.
Yeah, and yeah, unfortunate. That is going to even things up round for round. You know, I'm kind of loving it tonight because every match has been tied up and it's going just to the last second. So I'm not too upset that we're at this point here, but Mateoha, you know, pretty good start here, gets a small confirm, but I think Chris T really has to be careful on how he throws out those fireballs because Mateoha introduced the option to be able to negate that with the sway. So
right, he's done a good job reacting. Chris T has, for the most part, really been deterred, but that dash punch was super unsafe, and even though there wasn't a ton of damage, it's about the corner position. This is such a strong opening for Chris T, but Mateoha finds the down medium punch buffer, excuse me. Oh, and he interrupts the dash. Look at this. He's taking control back, fighting Chris T back the other side of the corner.
Oh! Again, Chris T finds his opening here, finds his way out of the corner activation, but talk about activation time. Mateoha with his own activation, and it has such pushback.
The cheap stuff. Balrog, please. This character is so good this season.
Oh, yeah.
Mateoha finding the right activation point during that combo. Easy peasy lemon squeezy takes it 2-1 over Christy.
Yeah. Now, I kind of touched a little bit on this, but the thing I appreciate about Balrog is Balrog has a lot of options when coming close range to his opponent, because he can go for the sweep, he can go for the overhead, he can go for the grab, he can go for a command grab if he has the time. So like, you have to take all of those factors into consideration, and you have to really be able to space out Balrog in an area where he can't, you know, utilize those opportunities there. So really, really well done from both players. And you know what else is well done?
What is? Tell me, Flex.
This Matcherino hitting $79 already, and we have only watched the first two matches. We are killing it right now, and we are going to continue to kill it because we have got fantastic matches coming your way. But if you want to continue to support, make sure to go use that promo code WNF2021_18SFV as a free 50 cents to the prize pool. You can also complete sponsorship quests on the right-hand side.
I couldn't have said it better. It's like you're a professional or something.
It's like I've done this before.
Yeah, once or twice, you know. This isn't your first rodeo.
No, not quite. Maybe my second or third, but not my first.
Right. So what do we have coming up? Who's on the loser side that we're gonna go down to?
So I'm pretty excited for this because we have got JB versus Jot. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but last week was team tournament, and I believe it was Jot and Christy CH that took the tournament, correct?
I think it was Christy CH.
Okay. Yeah, I know it was Christy CH.
Yeah, they teamed up. It was Jot and Christy CH for sure. They teamed up.
Okay. So, again, going to be strong competitor. I mean, we always have heavy hitters coming into top 8. So, going to be Jot versus JB. We got the Rashid. It's going to be a good time.
Okay. So yeah, we're just waiting on. Oh, I guess we're just waiting on me. I've got to. I've got to go to the back of the queue. Let me fix my face.
Now, forgive me, but I'm familiar with JB, obviously. You know, he's a Rashid god. He's time and time again played Rashid very, very well. But Jot is a slightly newer name. Do you know? I'm sure you can give me the breakdown.
Yeah, so he really made a big splash during the first 2v2 event that Wednesday Night Fights ran. He was partnered with... I can't remember who he was partnered with, but he absolutely pulled his weight. He was making Minot look incredibly strong. You know, like she hasn't been nerfed at all.
Yeah.
And he pulled out, like, there were a couple opportunities where he basically just had like OCVs for his team. He's super, super strong.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to see the Minot versus the Rashid game plan here. Now, I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to pan out because Rashid has so much mobility, and I feel like that can be really tricky for Minot to lock down.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, it's going to be a battle of attrition, and I do think Rashid is going to have an edge here for sure, especially with, you know, getting the opportunity to have 2 V-triggers per round, having the opportunity to have meter all the time because of spinning mixer, because of, you know, whirlwind pressure and stuff like that. Minot's going to have a tough time trying to equalize this.
No, you're absolutely right, and we're seeing that here, JB with the life lead, and getting close to that stun situation, but activation time here for Jot. This is going to give him that little bit of wiggle room to melt down the stun, but...
Wow, what a key jump over. Gets the forward throw here, and now this is guess for game situation. Oh, that's not... Oh, but here's the thing. Minot's super doesn't do a ton of damage. She doesn't get OP afterwards. So, and now he's honestly in a checkmate situation. Because JB is gonna build super, and then he can chip him out. Yep. Where's the eagle spike into super? It's coming. I know it's coming. There it is. That was gonna be canceled.
Just the eagle spike. I was holding my breath for that one.
I would bet my entire bank account that was going to be eagle spike into super. He just happened to get hit by the eagle spike.
Yeah, it still worked out in his favor because he's going to go into the next round with all the meter in the world on his side. And again, starting it off strong too. We talk about this. Rashid has great mobility, and he has the ability to maneuver in and out of Minot's range. And if you're constantly suffocating her, she's not going to be able to call back that orb.
Right, yep. And on top of that, you know, he doesn't have a reversal, he doesn't have strong defensive options. And so you see right now, he is just harassing, whether it's the jump in, whether it's the EX whirlwind shot, whether it is the shimmy game, anything and everything. JB was pulling out the stops to really showcase where her weaknesses are. She's still a strong character, but top players, what they do best is show where the matchup deviates from, you know, being 5-5 and where their opponents have weaknesses and where their characters have strength.
Fight.
Absolutely. You know what? I love the way you said shimmy, because you added a little flair to it. The shimmy game. I like that. I might use that. And we're going to have to see if these players can use it too. All right. Closing in the gap. Got the throw.
Trying. Okay, there. Yes. And that is one of the benefits of, honestly, look at that damage. That was all off of a confirm off the low forward into that V skill. Not only did he get a good chunk of damage, but he got the side switch too. And now the Knot can do pretty well in this situation.
Yeah, and I like that answer there. Going in with the activation, the EX Eagle Spike to get out of a tricky situation in the corner with the orb behind you.
Oh man, he didn't. Okay, there it is. That time he did spend the meter. I was worried because he got the down jab on the interrupted skill roll from Rashid, but he didn't spend the meter into the EX orb. So I was concerned that he was being a little too greedy with his meter, but he spent it that time and obviously took the round.
Yep. Great corner carry here, going in with the forward throw, keeping this pressure, but I like the jab. Just throw out a safe button, interrupt them.
Okay, and this has been the story of the game, right? And frankly, it doesn't matter who JB's fighting. It seems like he gets him in the corner one way or another, but not really struggles.
No, you're absolutely right here. But activation time here for Jot. He's gotta get the ball rolling. He has the V trigger and plenty of meter. I expect we'll see maybe confirm into critical. No?
Oh, he got the mix. He should be able to kill here. Okay, yep, he's gonna do a follow-up combo with the super. It's gonna be scaled. Actually, he might not be able to kill. I don't think he's gonna kill.
Yeah, it's gonna be significantly scaled. Oh!
It is enough.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say, I think it was just on the cusp though, because you were absolutely right. It is going to be significantly scaled there, but still worked out in his favor. Ja gonna even up the scoreboard 1-1.
No, honestly, really good stuff from him. That was such a key moment there when he had him in the corner and went for the reset. He got a good chunk of damage, probably 350 damage off of that V trigger combo. Kept a couple of orbs and then went for the instant air side switch cross up, and he just wasn't ready for it. That gave him the stun. That gave him the super combo for the win. Good stuff to Jot. He made a good adjustment there. Now JB's feeling a little more pressure to try and close this out.
Yeah, definitely gonna have the pressure, and he's gotta make the adjustments now too, because the ball was in Jot's court, but the reversal out of the corner, I'm not upset by that option. Nice confirm.
Okay, gets Yogi off the lightning spike, and now Minot again. She's been here before. It's the same channel every time. Stuck on rewind in the corner, and there is, yes, the perfect opportunity. He's been looking for that, scouting it, and then gets the confirm off of the side switch. Look at all this damage.
I know, his health bar just melted away. Got a nice air-to-air though activation time here for JB. Backing up a little bit too. He's got a small life lead, but it is slowly dwindling away. Oh no!
There it is. He actually managed to get that combo after the dive. He had the orb ready to send out, keep the hit stun high, and then confirm easily into the super. And now he is looking at set point over JB. And now this is loser's side. So if JB wins the next round, he is out.
Yeah, he's really gonna have to pull some stops out here. He cannot afford to lose this round. But he has got plenty meter on his side, a full stick of butter to cook with. I just want to smell what he's cooking.
Okay, backs out of range. Oh, but the big counter hit. That sucks. This is so tough. You fight your way out to mid-screen, and then one counter hit is all it takes to get put in there by Rashid.
Yep, nice confirm though here. Getting the confirms with the counter, but activation here. Gotta be careful with jumping.
Okay, able to slide in there, but here, so this isn't actually a terrible situation. Oh my god, that throw was so smart, so big brain.
In the air-to-air. Talk about big brain, catching him from the skies and bringing him back down to earth. Match point all around.
literally 4 seconds into this round, and he is almost stunned. He is stunned.
Yeah.
Dude, Rashid is so ridiculous.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Went with the reset option there, and I like that. He's 1 hit away. Oh man, Jot activation. Talk about a moment to save him, but he's gotta play it careful because he is a hit away from death.
Yes, he can take all the throws in the world. He just needs to let him use it or let him run out. And yeah, that was gonna be into activation anyways, but he got lucky enough that it hit. What a heartbreaking situation for Jot there. JB really, you know, despite what everybody says, there's a gas shortage. He had it all. He filled up his tank. He pushed the pedal to the floor, and in the first 9 seconds had him stunned and basically dead.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a level of confidence there or, you know, getting the download. But JB really shined through in that last match and made those correct adjustments. Again, Menat really struggles when you maintain this constant pressure on her, and it just seemed like there's a little bit of a struggle there for Jot to kind of find his way out. So, but still, I have to commend Jot because he utilized, he played really well. He excelled with Menat and showed that she's a great character to play and she can be viable in certain situations. And obviously it wasn't a clean sweep by any means. So great work there from both Jot and JB, but JB going to be moving on through the bracket.
Yeah, you know, what really helped him in the end was just that top level composure. And that's what you need in those key moments, those key moments where it's one mix-up away from being dead, giving the opponent the comeback, and you've been in that situation before. You've been you know, present with those nerves, and he just handled it calmly, and that's why he was able to take that win. And he's staying in. Jot is unfortunately eliminated. What do we have coming up next? So
we have got No Respect versus Luigi.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yes, Luigi, incredibly strong player, recently coming off of a win from Punk's Beta Bash tournament, and had a super inspiring speech about, you know, making sure that you're having fun with the game and making sure that you know why you're playing. You know, him and his brother both are bright, up-and-coming stars of our scene. And they, you know, I'm surprised, maybe Mario didn't enter tonight, I'm not sure, but usually they both make top 8.
Yeah, they're usually time and time again in top 8, in top 3, and sometimes even playing against each other for grand finals. So not terribly surprising, though, to see Luigi up here. And of course, definitely not terribly surprising to also see No Respect in here.
Yes.
We've seen his name across the board multiple times as well. And if you guys want to battle it out, you can make sure to spend your channel points. Take your own guess and gander at who is going to take the match. So make sure to go predict. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of points to do whatever you want with. You know? Yeah, it's legalized gambling in a sense. Yeah. All right, getting into the action. Looks like Luigi gonna be going with the Guile and No Respect with a Rose.
All right. I respect it. I will say this. I think this is going to be a really tough situation for Rose. She does have strong zoning, but her zoning's not as good as Guile's.
Not at all.
Mobility isn't as good, and he's got a flash kick.
Yeah, I think going in with the V skill 2 and the V trigger 2 for Rose, I think it is going to be a dicey situation, and we're seeing that here. Already close to stun. Yep, that's going to do it.
Okay, this is a lot of damage. Not quite gonna kill, but a back throw will do it. The forward throw's enough too. 1 round in quick fashion, basically a perfect for Luigi. And this could be a sign of how the rest of this set's gonna go.
Yeah, and I think the big issue here too is normal matches that Rose can really excel at, in whether it's zoning or, again, having great anti-airs. I think like Guile just totally negates that. He's better at zoning, in my opinion, and he doesn't need to jump in to get the ball game rolling. He just needs to throw out a Sonic Boom to kind of take up that screen space to move forward. So
okay, he misses the jab of the combo, but it doesn't matter. He is doing a big boy combo here, and 1 more hit, and that is gonna do it. He went for the cheeky stuff. Thought he might protect again. Now he is stuck in the corner, but Luigi is comfortable here, I think.
Yeah, it's just not a terrible place to be as Guile in the corner. I like the V reversal out of that pressure situation because once she activates with the shadow, I mean, you're basically stuck sitting and waiting until mom says it's your turn to play.
Yeah, right. Right, now V trigger is gone, and there's a random soul spiral in neutral. It does land its mark, and now we are looking at actually a life lead for No Respect, but finally he busts out, and there is the EX Sonic Boom. Even though No Respect tried to react with his own, and the startup for the EX Soul Spark from Rose is very fast. The thing about Guile's EX Sonic Boom is it has a disjointed hitbox. So a lot of times, even if it is colliding with another fireball, even if it's 2 hits, the hitbox is on the other side already, so you're getting clipped.
Yeah, it's a really difficult situation to be. I don't know, going back into the screen's character select, so we're gonna have to see if No Respect decides to stick it out with Rose. I know she is a newer character to the roster, so maybe there's a level of maturity that needs to be had with playing her as a character, or maybe, you know, just needs a quick breather. And I think that's the beauty of coming back into character select in these matches, is because sometimes you do need to take that breather to regroup. And it's also kind of a nice offensive tool because you can, you know, break the momentum of your opponent. So
Sure. Yeah, any advantage you can give yourself when you're down a game, you should absolutely take it. It's you can't speak enough on how important mental state is and confidence. So if you need a couple minutes to yourself, if you need to just go back and, you know, take a deep breath, if that's all it takes, whatever you can do is not to be overlooked.
no, you're absolutely right. All right, waiting to get situated in. Now, I really want to say, like, Luigi had such a convincing win going into that, so I don't suspect that he'll need to change his game plan too much.
Sure. Okay,
Ooh,
there it is.
the Urian, yeah.
Now it's the real deal. He's trying to make sure he stays in this tournament. This is a much better matchup. He is using V-Trigger 2, or I'm sorry, he's using V-Skill 2. I was gonna say V-Trigger 2 doesn't make a lot of sense. V-Skill 2 makes a perfect amount of sense.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And the beauty of the situation too, again, is because the big damage that Urian puts out and his ability to be a rush down character, that can really negate a lot of zoners if they're not prepared to handle this kind of pressure.
For sure. Okay, I like that V shift. Go to that crouch medium kick right afterward, reaches all the way across the screen. There's the light headbutt interrupting the forward heavy kick. There's another one. He is 2 for 2 on EXDPs.
Yeah, definitely pulling through here, but going in with the forward throw, Luigi really wanting to get some momentum going, especially such a huge life deficit right here.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I love that. Taking the advantage there to charge up that V-Skill 2. And now he gets to throw fireballs and not really have to worry about Guiles in the same way. He can take up so many booms, but he does have to worry about a buffer damage. That's something he doesn't have to be careful about.
Yeah, that is very true.
There it is.
You called it out. You spoke it into existence, Mr. Masophiles. It's a commentator's curse there. Luigi going to finally...
No Respect.
Bless. Now, No Respect needs to be very careful because if Luigi takes his next round, he's out for the tournament for tonight.
Right, and you know, Luigi is just playing so textbook right now. He knows his matchup in and out. He knows how to work Guile, take full advantage of him, and he went for the wake-up Guile kick. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe. First, you're gonna react and buffer through the man's fireball that close to win the round, and then you're going to wake up Guile kick to low crush his crouching medium kick. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
But I mean, that's the beauty of Guile too, is his ability to adjust very quickly in his own momentum, and the beauty to be able to, like, negate, I guess, some of that pressure that Urian is so good at. And again, not to say No Respect, I think No Respect would have had an easier time had he started out with the Urian rather than starting with the Rose, because you also have to warm up with your character a little bit coming into these matches to kind of regain that flow. So still really well done. I like the adjustment into going with the character switch. You saw it kind of work out a little bit better there for No Respect, but just unfortunate that it wasn't able to carry him all the way through.
Yeah, I think, but you know, this is like, obviously these players want to win, but this is also a local, and this is where you try stuff out. So getting that experience for your secondary with Rose is important. And I'm sure he's not happy about losing. Nobody likes to lose, but if we are going to see a silver lining, he's a strong enough player that he can glean information from this and feel like he did get valuable experience. So he'll be all right.
No, you are absolutely right. I think that's a valuable point to make. Now I really want to, we have, let's see, up next. I just saw Chris T versus JB.
Okay.
So this is going to be a good one. We've got the Ken, Chris T pulling out the Ken. See here. And then, yeah, the Ken and the Rashid. They're both matching with the purple too. That's cute.
Okay. Round 1. So I'm sure these two fight probably pretty regularly, but we haven't seen it in Wednesday Night Fights in a while.
No.
And now, again, that is partially because Christy hasn't been entering as much lately. But these are two of the very best in the country, two of the best on the West Coast. This is going to be a very high-level match. And already you see a big hit from there off the stand heavy punch. Gets full corner carry, but JB wakes up with that free frame at just the right time, and now he's pushing himself back to mid-screen, and Rashid controls the spot.
Yeah, the one interesting thing in this matchup to me is Rashid's ability to kind of counter Ken's fireball game, and if Christy is going to play that fireball game, because Rashid, you know, he has such high mobility coming through the air that fireball really have to matter. All right, find his way out of the corner.
For sure. Oh, okay. Oh, and there it is. He's going to be able to close that out. Only had to spend 1 bar, and it was absolutely worth it. Christy going up around off that V-trigger activation, and now he can breathe a little bit easier knowing that he's got a round to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. But pretty nice start here for JB. Gonna get the corner carry on top of that so he can keep this momentum and pressure going, but we have Wake Up EXDPs in the building.
Oh, hell yeah.
Remind your opponent that's an option.
Yes. My man is not afraid to bust it out. Both these players, to be honest. We know JB's known for it, but Christy is showing that he is part of that Valle school of Rushdown. He's not afraid to bust it out either to get back momentum. And now JB pushing past that blue line on the screen, and Christy is doing a really good job poking with fireballs now.
No, you're absolutely right. And again, this is what we're talking about here, but we're also talking about activation point. Great Eagle Spike catching him in the skies. Potentially a hit from stun, if not death.
Oh man, he wasn't ready to uppercut that. Just out of range to get the conversion. Luckily, Christy knew, didn't want to waste that activation point. Oh my gosh, he was ready. Gets the side. No side. Look at this damage.
Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous.
He did it again.
Punish.
Did it again.
I don't think JB was expecting to see that.
Yeah.
That was such a sick punish.
To be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna give Christy the benefit of the doubt to say that it was a punish so much as him just mashing uppercut. But a win is a win no matter how you spin it. So
yeah,
to say that he did the wrong thing. He's up a game and potentially going to knock JB out of the tournament.
Yeah, he just Ken Tings, you know?
Yeah,
Ken Tings.
Oh, big crash counter, taking advantage of the slow start with that fireball. Almost at a 50% life lead now, trying to shimmy, he doesn't bite.
Nope, and finds his way out of the corner at that, but the sweep is going to land with the crush counter. But again, it's not finding a whole lot of momentum here. It just seems like Christy takes his turn back with ease.
Oh man, yes, just swing with that. Okay, and there he does it again. Gets the side switch, but he wasn't in the right space for the heavy kick Tatsu. This is huge. JB is sitting in such a fine point now.
Nice catch.
Gosh.
Oh man, that was such a smart catch. Use the Eagle Spike to catch him in the air during the Tatsu. And the stop sign. JB finally able to get one on the board. Gonna stand to live another day, but he's got to keep this going.
I'll talk about that after the set. There was one moment almost disastrous, and I can't believe JB actually won. Okay, big crush counter, gonna get the follow-up. There's an easy 250 damage. But JB, again, finding the right time to challenge. He's doing a really stellar job of using that 3-frame Rashid mixed with his mobility and wake-up timings to really mix up how he's going to approach on these.
Yep, I like the V reversal. Keep the pressure off of you. Rashid is so good at doing that. But you keep taking the throw. That is going to dwindle your life down. You got to be careful here.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do, Flexus? Just take the throw fighter?
You can only take the throw so many times before you're not allowed to play anymore. Just saying.
Oh, good. Confirm off his lights. He's out of range. That could have been it for Chris T. He could have confirmed that into super, and he got a little too overzealous. And he falls for the shimmy. JB fighting back, and now it's tied at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, great adjustments here from JB too. I think he's being a little bit more liberal on how he's maneuvering in and out of these corner situations. And we saw Chris T literally spent half of that match in the corner, and JB kept him there for a reason. So really, really well done. He's gonna have to keep this going if he wants to make it further into the bracket.
Yeah, for sure. I couldn't have said it better. Finds the right range, swinging with that heavy stand heavy punch, getting the heavy kick. Tatsu, there is the stagger pressure, and we're going to be 1 hit away from stun. How is he going to make it count? And there's the crosscut DP. You do not get to jump up for free, my friend.
All right, again with the DP working on his favor, but small confirm here for JB. He's not down and out for the count just yet. Walking Chrissy into the corner, but it doesn't stick.
What a punish, using that crouching medium push to shift his hurt box down so the dive kick would whiff from Ken. And now Rashid is still in this, but he jumps at the wrong time. Chris T was ready, and he gets the punish on the trip guard.
Yeah, it seems like Chris T is always fully prepared for any possible jump in maneuver. And again, Rashid does a great job of playing in the air, but if you've got an anti-air to negate that, that kind of limits your options on getting in.
For sure, for sure. Okay, and now they're both just poking right now. Finally, a little bit of commitment from JB's side, using the EX wall and pressure to get in a little bit closer, but Crispy staying cool, just as I say that. He gets clipped, he gets frame trapped, but finds his way out.
Ooh, yeah, just a hit away from stun, but V-Shift's out of the way. What's gonna be the option here? The dash in.
Oh man, look at the tension right now. Even that little down short did a lot because of the gray damage. No punish on that stand roundhouse. That could have been a bigger punish. There's the activation point, and now JB is sitting in the driver's seat, backing off. I like this. I don't even give him the opportunity to get started.
Absolutely not, but activation time here. Interesting little air-to-air interaction. Again, catching with the Eagle Spike. We saw this before. We've seen it before. It's what got JB that point on the board, and it is gonna get him another round, putting us at match point in the set.
Yeah, you know, you called it earlier, but every game that we have seen tonight has been super close, and this is no different. And, you know, I would expect no less. These players are at the absolute top of their game, super high level, and, you know, both of them right now.
Oh, no, big punish. I like that micro walk, too, to get the corner advantage here. I like that. But JB stuck in the corner, but I don't suspect it'll be long here.
Yeah, that's Rashid's specialty, right? Fighting his way out of the corner and using that buffered stand heavy punch, getting a big crush counter, and now he's backing off. He's got a solid life lead, and he doesn't have to commit too hard.
No, you're absolutely right. He definitely doesn't have to commit, especially with such a huge life lead here. But again, look at the way he's being conscious of this activation point. Chris T finally finds his momentum, gonna go with a huge back throw, and that sends him across the board. But again, we mentioned this before, doesn't need to stay in the corner for too long.
Okay, he
nice anti-air.
Right, yes, there's the heavy spinning mixer, and now he is really in control. He can absolutely make this comeback, but he's running out of options.
Yeah, with no meter and no V-trigger on his side, it's gonna be a long haul for Chris T, and 1 hit away from death.
Oh yes, Chris T had to make a bit of he had to really bet it all, and that's what that stand medium kick was. You know, if he was gonna get it, that was an easy confirm into the target combo into the corner carry, and that's where Ken can win. But JB knew that. He knew that he could really clam up. He could become so much more reserved. He didn't have to overcommit, and that's what top players do. They understand the minute situations like that where you don't have to make a big guess, and they just go for these really low risk, low committal options that are going to get them the win when it counts. That's what it was.
No, you're absolutely right. And I appreciate JBB having the situational awareness, knowing he has a life lead. He doesn't need to overexert himself. He's able to make just the micro adjustments and just keep things safe and sound. And it worked out for him. He's going to be moving on through the bracket.
Oh, that... well, first, real quick, I have something to say after I talk about the Matcherino. Matcherino, guys, we are at $92.60. I am sure there are still promo codes to be used. So if you want, you can add a free 50 cents to the prize pool to help out the players using promo code WNF2021_18SFV. And again, all it takes is maybe 20 seconds of your time, and you're giving literal free money to the players. What more could you ask for?
The only thing I could ask for is just to see that prize pool even higher on the Matcherino.
Right? Come on,
but
guys.
You know what else I can ask for? Some more Street Fighter V action. Who do we have up next on deck?
So coming up next, we have none other than Clegg, Madness, and Luigi. So Clegg Madness, we saw him in a super tight match earlier against Chris CCH. He's the resident jury expert out on the West Coast here. We have seen him get second place. We've seen him top 8 CPT events. He's top 8 basically every time he enters here. And tonight is no exception, but he does have his work cut out for him against Luigi. Luigi, although starting off in loser side, made quick work of No Respect. Really showcased how strong Guile still is despite the quote-unquote nerfs. And I really don't think things are going to change a whole lot going into this next match. Jury, I think if Jury finds the right spot, she can do okay against Guile, but it's so hard to do that consistently because of his zoning, because of his momentum-based normals, and then on top of that, he's got a flash kick. It's like he's got an answer for everything, and Jury isn't a super oppressive character.
No. On top of anything else, at the end of the day, Guile always has a flash kick. That's what I'm getting from this. But
so somebody in chat, Mad Lust Envy, actually says Clegg put Luigi into losers. So this is a run back. This is there is drama to this. There's lore. This is going to be a sick match. I'm excited now.
Oh yeah, because now it's not just the fact that, hey, I got put into losers against this guy, but is also the fact that, hey, I've got this run back and I could be knocked out of the tournament if I don't keep up. So again, it's going to be a lot of tension in this match, but it's kind of fun to see things, how they play out. Going in with the G. Now, negate everything we're saying. No flash kicks in here today. We have got all presidential status because we've got Mr. President of the World himself, G, gracing the stage.
Yes. And now G is going to be a tough matchup because of the way that he can counterboard and the way that he can buffer his lights. Jordan's really struggling against characters like that. And then on top of that, once he does get the right presidentiality level, he has probably the best fireball in the game. And then, once he knocks you down, it's GG's.
Yeah, it's GG's.
Right?
Yeah. And not to mention that he also has a command grab. He also has great projectiles. So he's got all of these options to just really stop any forward momentum. We're seeing that here. Luigi with a huge life lead, but Clegg finally finds his mark with a small confirm, but misses it with the pinwheel. That is so unfortunate.
Man, that was okay. That you have to be able to shrug that off. There was a misconfirm, and that sucks. He was working on a comeback. He had momentum on his side, but just a slight halt, and you got to be able to move on from that. Hopefully, he can just keep the ball going.
Ooh, again, and the other aspect too, G has great screen carry, so he's gonna be able to get that forward momentum in those corner situations. Going with the cross up, misses the command grab. That's unfortunate because takes the opportunity, but it doesn't last long.
Yes, that big confirm off the down jab. There is the confirm off the medium stand medium punch, and now he is one guess away and finally busts out with that EX pin. You'll get your hands off me, and now he's got the corner.
Yeah, and G's going to have to find his way out of here, and close to stun at that. Activation time.
Okay. There's the activation right back at you, and he baits it out. Clegg was betting it all. and Luigi smelled it.
Yeah, it really worked out in Luigi's favor because not only was he finding an opportunity out of the corner, he was also finding his opportunity for the throw. And the throw's going to do enough damage to close that out. Luigi going to take it 1-0.
Okay. Now, I did see also, Mad Lust Envy, shoutouts to you for giving us a little bit of information regarding the bracket earlier. Apparently, Clegg beat Luigi's G 2-0 in bracket.
Okay, so
what we're seeing are adjustments with the same character by Luigi to take the first game.
No, you're absolutely right here, but right now too, Luigi very convincingly doing it. Clegg though making these micro adjustments. Again, I like this sort of situational awareness to stay out of range of that projectile G's.
There it is, just using that opportunity. I really like that. You know, he had sniffed out when Luigi wanted to try and cross him up with the jump heavy punch pressure, but he sniffed it out and beat the startup, but already it is backfiring. He is one hit away from second, and that is gonna be it.
Yep.
Luigi taking the first round, building a ton of meter, and now he is looking at set point to double jeopardize Clegg Madness out of the tournament.
Yeah, and again, this is about making adjustments throughout your game plan. And Luigi is definitely doing it. Huge anti-airs and huge damage coming into this. But Clegg finds his mark as well, but just doesn't last with a back throw into the corner.
You hate to see it. Those defensive back throws are the worst. It's a little bit of a punish, and now Clegg is out of there. He can breathe a little easier, and there is a miss confirmed by Luigi.
Yep, and this gives Clegg the opportunity for activation here and a lot of damage.
Now, I like that. Using that in neutral, make him hold the pressure, and Luigi block. But no, now he's out of V-trigger. He's out of the corner, and this is a very tough situation for Clegg. Oh my god, he got clipped?
Oh no, and it looked like he missed the throw again. We've seen this before. It's cost him a huge chunk of damage, and this time around, it has cost Luigi the match. Still sitting on match point here, but he's got to keep this going.
Yeah, you don't want to give somebody... Oh, wow, what a reaction from Clegg Madness. The immediate neutral jump target combo. Send him back down to the ground, not let him jump out of the corner. And he's looking at a pretty good life lead.
No, you're absolutely right here.
Ooh, he tried. I love that attempt. But man, Luigi is making that punish hurt. Now he's just going to the fireball game, and this is looking bleak.
All right, backing up here. Luigi also with a huge life. I like the use of the V skill there. I'm not upset by that because it negates the projectile game plan. Nice anti-air.
Yeah, that anti-air was so key. All right, and I'm just playing patient. Oh no, the X fireball. He's got to be so careful. This comeback is going to be near impossible.
Oh yeah, and if there's one thing G is known for, it is the comeback factor. But again, doesn't even need to use the meter. Gonna just get it with the anti-air, closing things out. Luigi gonna be moving on to face against JB in losers semifinals.
Good showing to Clegg Madness tonight. Another top 8 with jury, no less, but unfortunately fell a little bit short. Luigi made the proper adjustments he had to afterwards, and that's why he is moving on.
Yeah.
Just real quick, guys, as we are nearing the end of the bracket, first of all, shout outs to almost 500 of you guys in here. It is, you know, it's late o'clock, so it's real great to see that. Thank you guys so much for the support. But more importantly, let's talk about the match arena. We are actually up over $117. Thank you guys so much. That is so awesome. Let's see, can we should be able to see the contributors, right? Where can you see that?
If we scroll down, you're gonna hear my finger doing it all the way to the bottom. We can see the contributors here. Huge shout outs to Flare Knight, one for the huge contribution, $50, much appreciated. Rotary Lover for the $20. Talked a little bit about him earlier, but Brian F gracing us with his presence once more with the $10 donation, and my co-commentator tonight, Mr. Mistopheles, with the $10. And is it Hey Lauren? Yeah, with the $8 donation, much appreciated as well. Thank you so much to everybody for checking out the match arena. You can still use codes, you can still use sponsorship quests So make sure to go check it out, !Matcherino. And of course, if you like what you see tonight as well, make sure to clip some of your favorite moments. And if you don't clip them, you know who will? MetaView. Make sure you go and check out MetaView.
What a segue. God damn, that was good. That was clean.
Please go check out MetaView. They're fantastic. I mean, they are an app on iOS, but they also have a website you can go check out. They bring you the latest and greatest in esports moments. So be sure to check it out. Is it metaview.gg?
Yes, it is.
There you go. So, and there will be plenty of action from tonight's tournament. So you can go swing their way. Much appreciation and love to them.
Oh, and just as a quick reminder, so they do not have an app on Android yet, but they do have a waitlist. So it is in the works, and if you go to metaview.gg, there is a spot on the page where you can sign up with your email for that waitlist. That way you will get notified when it is available on your select device.
Yeah, so make sure to keep an eye out there, but we're also going to keep an eye out for our next match coming up. Let me hop to the bottom here. Waiting on me, apparently. It's my turn, apparently.
You're right. So we are going to be going up to winners finals. It's going to be UYU's Chris CCH versus Mateoha. Now, both, as a matter of fact, so Chris CCH did get top 8 in CPT NA West. I believe he got 4th. I think I misspoke earlier. At first I said 2nd, which was not true. That was Mira. Shout outs her. She did incredibly well.
Oh, yeah.
Right behind her was Samurai, but Chris CCH, I believe, was 4th. Mateoha, however, did get top 16. So these are both, like we've been saying all night, two of the very best on the West Coast. It's no surprise to see them here. This is going to be one hell of a show.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, it's a bit interesting here because you have the Sakura pick from Chris CCH and a great punish from Mateoha with the Balrog here. Already starting it out strong. They both hit and put on a lot of damage. You just have to be really careful because you cannot take a lot of confirms.
No, and this matchup is exceptionally tough for Balrog because of that stand light kick from Sakura. A lot of ranges where other characters don't have a punish option against a dash punch, Sakura does because of that stand light kick. But oh my god, that stand jab buffer into the uppercut from that far away, Chris CCH is on something else.
Oh, absolutely. And Sakura has great buttons in this opportunity. Activation time, great DP ender. Corner pressure.
And look at the chip damage. She's literally away. But Mateoha pokes at the right time. Gets the big confirm, activate into V-trigger, and carried coast to coast. And now is one hit away from taking this, whether it's a throw or a strike.
Oh! That was such a weird scramble there. Because, it looked like maybe missed the DP, got a weird air situation, and then still somehow managed to pull through. Mateoha gonna take the first round.
Oh my god, I have seen Chris CCH use that jab buffer into uppercut, I think 3 times in neutral. This has to be something that he has labbed out specifically.
Oh yeah, especially for this matchup here.
Right.
But again, look at this damage and this life lead. But Mateoha, activation time, trying to find his way out of the corner, just not enough. Chris CCH gonna take the round.
Yeah, and luckily for Mateoha, that was kind of an ass beating. But sometimes those rounds happen, and if nothing else, you're still tied up in a round, and you have the meter advantage at this point. And Balrog gets so much out of that with his EX dash straight, whether it's with forward carry, whether it's with getting in for free. But he does have to be careful here to not give too much in the way of wiggle room to Chris CCH to really take advantage early on in the set.
No, you're absolutely right, because once Chris CCH gets his momentum going, it's really, really hard to get him to stop. Talking about momentum, getting it started, big combo. I don't know if that was a drop there, looking for the reset. A little bit of funky situation, but Chris CCH got the chase down with the throw.
Oh my god. Wow, he charged it up to get just enough hits to break the armor. And now that, I think, is gonna... Not quite.
Not quite. Yeah, a little bit of maybe scaling there, but the DP is definitely gonna do it.
Man, what a heartbreak situation for Mateoha. Right there at the end, because he had so freshly just used his V reversal, it was kind of an autopilot situation. You know, he just did that on reaction, and it didn't really register with his head. So when he woke up right there with that target combo, that was supposed to be into activation, but it wasn't there. So it was an easy punish.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. You have to be careful of your meter and your resources on your side as well as your opponents. Worked out though in ChrisTCH's favor. Gonna take the first match.
Spacing out with that stand roundhouse, taking advantage of the slow recovery, and gets a big confirm here. Look at all the damage on the press cover, but more importantly, the corner kill.
Yeah, and this is going to be an opportune moment, especially with the V-trigger activation here for ChrisTCH, because he can continue this corner pressure. Ooh!
Big jump, and look at all the damage. And now ChrisTCH forced to back off, kind of give up his turn and a little bit of space. He doesn't want the tides to swing in Mateoha's favor.
No, you're absolutely right here. Even with a little bit of a life lead, but that could change very quickly on both sides, especially with ChrisTCH having the meter just slowly chipping away.
You know, it's really interesting the way Mateoha is playing neutral. Because of Sakura's exceptional range for her slide kick, he's not really using dash punches outside of EX, or if they're confirmed. And so what he's doing is using Balrog's exceptional dash speed and range to take up the space that otherwise would be used by dash punches. It's a really interesting strategy.
No, you're absolutely right here. Again, talk about momentum. Great confirms, close to stun. One hit's gonna do it. Oh, the throw certainly will.
Not even gonna have to spend meter for this, ending it with the heavy uppercut. ChrisTCH looking to go up 2 games over Mateoha in winners finals. Now again, this is first to 3, so he will have a chance to make a comeback, but right now it is looking tough.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite a bit of a walk here if he gets this match, or ChrisTCH gets this match. Mateoha really needs to clean things up.
Okay, there he lands a confirm off that down medium punch, tries to get a counter poke there, but no dice. And now pushing past the mid-screen point, ChrisTCH rushing back in and just really keeping just outside of that sweep range to really effectively use Sakura's pokes, use her whiff punish options, and just control space.
No, you're absolutely right. But right now, it seems like Mateoha is really able to control space. Talk about a whiff! Whoa. I love to see the whiff punish. Really well done. V reversal though, away from the pressure situation.
Okay, there's the activation off the EX positive. Keep the plus frames, and now he is absolutely sitting on the driver's seat. He's got his gloves on, he's got the music blasting, and he's looking to run away with this.
Activation time, though. Talk about running away. We're running to the other side of the screen. The full screen carry going up with a throw.
But he's got to be careful about a chip out situation. Oh my god, I cannot believe he was so ready for that jump in, and that's gonna be it. He fought valiantly, but that is 2 games up for ChrisTCH.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate, but I like Mateoha's situational awareness. The reason why I knew he was going to expect the jump out situation was because stay just a bit behind the timer when your opponent's in the corner. That's an opportune place to be. If your opponent's going to jump out, you have plenty of time to react to it with an anti-air. Your opponent's going to dash forward, you still have plenty of time. It is a great position to be in if you're kind of taking a back seat when it comes to corner pressure.
Very well put. Very well put. That's, oh man, he bet it all? I have to imagine that was maybe an input error.
The man put the keys, the car, the house on black, and it ended up red.
Okay, there's the forward throw. He's got V-trigger activated. That he landed, and now he is 1 hit away from stun, and oh, that's it. It's gonna be around for CCH. Doesn't have to spend any meter, and now he is taking control going into what could be the last round of Mateoha's winner's side life.
Yeah, Mateoha, again, this is what we were talking about. If ChrisTCH goes up 2, Mateoha really is going to have a long way to go to make a comeback here. Not that it can't be done, has a pretty good life lead at the start of the round. But again, it takes 1 confirm for ChrisTCH to get his own momentum.
Right, and on top of that too, you know, Sakura is one of those characters. Her V-trigger 1 is so strong now with the addition of that V-trigger 2. Oh my god, speaking of the devil, takes advantage of the little bit of hesitancy there, gets the back throw, and now he's got V-trigger active, a ton of damage. He's gonna be super. Okay, I don't think he'll spend it. Oh.
No, it looked like maybe a drop there. Wasn't able to spend it, but potentially could be a chip situation.
What a jerk. God damn.
Oh man, I'd like to report Chris CCH for bullying. He didn't let Mateo play the game. Just stuck in the corner, but Chris CCH.
You better take that back, Flexus. There ain't no reports for that, for bullying.
That was bullying. No, straight stuck in the corner.
No, you can't get out. You gotta take it. You gotta take it. Damn.
No, it was still. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And there's still a lot of success. I think Mateo had some great situational awareness. You know, we talked about his readiness for the anti-airs. He was able to get some good confirms and great punishes off those missed DPs that Chris CCH was throwing out. So still really well done. Just unfortunate that he wasn't able to pull through, but he is still going to be down just on loser's side. So he could potentially make the run back.
Yeah, you know, thinking about it, what's almost crazy to say is like Mateoha actually played really, really well. It's just that Chris CCH was that far ahead.
Yeah.
And that's a scary, if you're in the bracket trying to take him down from loser side grand finals, that's a scary thing. So right now, Chris CCH is sitting pretty on winner's side grand final.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever has to try and walk up to that spot and actually stand there tall, I do not envy them.
No, and I'm definitely glad I'm not them and I'm commentating. But jokes aside, still really well done from Chris CCH, earned his spot in the grand finals. But we're going to have to play out the rest of the loser side, see who hashes it out for their chance to shine. Who do we have up next?
Up next, we have none other than Luigi versus JB. Now, this is a match we see basically every week, and it always almost comes down to top three, you know. It's this rotation of top three being Chris CCH, Luigi, and JB. It seems like every other week that's how it goes, and it's like musical chairs. One of them gets their turn. But these two have fought each other umpteenth times, and so this is going to be one of those matches where I think it's going to be really fast-paced. I think there are going to be a lot of really small details that are easy to miss in neutral if you're just looking at this strictly from a character matchup rather than a player matchup because they know each other so well.
Absolutely. But Luigi gonna go with the Guile pick. Now, I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out. We kind of saw something similar happen earlier in the matches with Guile facing off against a character like this. You know, again, we saw JB play against Minot with Jot, so not unfamiliar with the game plan. Oh no, this is big punish time.
This is a lot of damage. Holy cow. Okay, got the corner carry, put him in the body bag. Is it gonna get zipped up? There it is.
Yeah, that was a fast round. That was a fast round.
Okay, JB already taking control early on. They're getting the mix-up off of that spinning mixer. Didn't go for the knockdown. And now he's already got the corner control. He's pushing in there slowly but surely. Luigi's no stranger being in this spot, but JB makes it hurt better than most.
Oh, yeah. No, you're absolutely right here. And again, we've seen JB play against a zoning character. We've seen what he can do. It's slightly different zoning, but it's still zoning nonetheless. And he is excelling right now. Talk about huge lively. Going in with a forward throw.
Ooh, okay, there is the chance. Luigi woke up with buttons. He took his opportunity to come back and get some good sequence damage. But more importantly, he fought his way out of the corner. But just like that, he misses that air throw. And now JB is sitting pretty.
Yeah, and again, getting a nice corner situation, but Luigi finds his way out, and Kyle's not a terrible person in the corner, and this is why.
He went for the obvious activation route, and Luigi stayed so calm and collected. That neutral jump gave him the easy punish into the super, and that was absolutely worth it.
Oh, absolutely, but that is going to put JB at an advantage because he's got lots of meter to play with here.
Luigi going for that Sobot kick. It's a little bit worse this season, so you're seeing JB harass afterwards. You don't really have as much of an opportunity to try and make it plus or try and take your turn back.
Looks like a whiff there with the flash kick, but JB again pushing Luigi back into the corner. Activation time. This is a lot of damage.
Okay, yeah, and he's got super fully locked and loaded. He's got a little bit of V-trigger left. There was a big jump in from Luigi. Now look at the way the tides have shifted. He's fighting his way out of the corner. Okay, pushing to the other side. He's still got a little bit of time left on that V-trigger. Now it's out.
Ooh, I like walk back away from the throw here. JB still in the corner and just lost a life lead, but not by much. He's got to be careful though.
Look at Luigi's patience.
Ooh.
Man, I thought he was gonna end it with these. He does have to worry about chip. That's what JB is playing for right now. He's trying to get all of these. Yep, that was absolutely gonna be chipped. He tried to use heavy flash kick to get through right at the end. There was enough of a delay that the whirlwind shot beat him anyways. That was a checkmate situation.
Yeah, I think it really was a checkmate situation either way. Regardless of what you do, you have to pull something out of total left field to make things work, and it just wasn't going to in that scenario. So JB gonna take it 1-up on the board.
Yeah, first game in his favor. Now this is loser's semi, so that means it's first to 2. There is not the grace of 3 games to try and make a comeback. You have to make it count in a traditional tournament set. So Luigi's gonna have to adjust here and you know, sit tight to not get overwhelmed by a character like Rashid.
Yeah, and ooh, yeah, there's gonna be the punish there on the sweep. Very well done from JB. Gets a corner carry too, but again, I don't think Guile's a terrible person to be in the corner as somebody in the corner there.
Oh,
nice
man.
Jump in.
Yeah, big bet from JB paid off, and now he is there getting the shimmy, and now Stun is knocking at Luigi's door. Wow, I can't believe his defense, and they're taking that opportunity back. Their activation to keep it going, but there's the EX Eagle Spike.
Yeah, the EX Eagle Spike in just a pixel of health. The sweep is going to do it for the round. This is going to put JB at match point.
All right, Luigi's gonna have to dig deep, just out of range to get the flash kick afterwards, but that's okay. Guile gets so much in the way of, you know, give him an inch and he takes a mile in neutral with those momentum-based normals, and just like that, he is looking at a 50. Oh hell, this is gonna be 70% likely. Look at the damage. Oh
yeah, huge. But what else is huge was that response. JB out of the corner now. Activation time.
Right. And now he's going in, applying the pressure. There's the first throw. When's the next one gonna come? Luigi is not having it. Get your hands off me. Keep them to yourself.
Yep. All right, slowly with the corner pressure, but the kick is going to do it. Luigi gonna pull through. Stand to live another day, but we have to see if JB continues this forward momentum.
Walking forward, trying to find the range where he can either stuff out, you know, some of those slower normals from Guile, the momentum-based ones, or he can react to a V-skill. That's what he's, or not a V-skill, he's using a Sonic Boom with his V-skill. That's what he's trying to do. Ah, nice, good side switch there. Immediate down short from Luigi, checking him, trying for the shimmy. And now he's in a little bit better position. He's not with his back to the wall quite yet.
Yeah, but again, with the spinning mixer, gonna set him into the corner here, and a great anti-air misses the Eagle Spike, and is gonna get punished for it with the flash kick. Back throw. Or sorry, forward throw.
Okay, and that clutch V-reversal from JB baiting out the flash kick. This is a ton of damage. Ending with the heavy spinning mixer, gets Oki afterwards, gets the forward throw, and now we've got to guess.
Oh, interesting. The flash kick to negate the projectile. I didn't think about that option, but the rolling is an option in this case, and it is a great one to combat against the Sonic Booms, especially a slower one. So worked on JB's favor. JB pulling through and going to land his spot that much closer in grand finals.
Yes. Now this is going to be losers finals coming up. You know, we have Chris CCH waiting in winner's side. But who is JB going to be moving on to fight in losers?
And it will look like, let's see, I believe it'll be Mateoha.
Yes, that is correct.
Sorry, I had to check the screen to see if it updated. You know what else I can check to see if it's updated? The Matcherino. Looking nice right now. $124. That is a lot of money. You guys could continue to increase the prize pool by completing sponsorship quests on the right-hand side or using that coupon code. I think there's still some available, and if there's not, again, use the sponsorship quests on the right-hand side. And if you got a little extra change in your pocket, you can throw it our way.
Yes. More importantly, throw it towards the players.
Yes.
You know, they are putting on a show week in and week out. You guys get to see what is virtually like top 8 for CPT events Wednesday Night Fights every time.
Yeah,
so
pretty
they
much.
deserve a reward for their hard work. So make sure use up the sponsor requests, use up the promo codes if they aren't used up. And let's get into losers final action. We have JB versus Mateoha, starting off with a quick V reversal reaction to that Mr. 2 charge up, and already Mateoha has his back against the wall, struggling versus Luigi.
Yeah, I think this is a matchup, even on paper. Balrog just isn't going to excel at. Already a hit from stun. That stun is going to do it. This is first to 3 here, but you really got to play clean because it can be a really fast-paced match, especially if you got Rashid.
Yes. Yeah, that character's rushdown is, you know, probably... there might be characters that can fight it just as well on rushdown, but man, it's world class, and there's a reason why this character has been basically busted since season 1.
No, you're absolutely right. All right, slowly walking Mateoha into the corner. Even throwing out the punch is still not going to be enough.
What a whiff. And there is an interruption from Mateoha, interrupting that V-skill roll. You know, not letting JB take a turn for free. Now he's clamming up a little bit. He's not getting quite his buttons in that crouching medium kick, because we've seen JB use that down jab either to check him or buff him for something a couple of times now.
No, you're absolutely right here. Again, the pushback into the corner with the roll is huge, and this plays a momentous point here for the match. But the catch with the low, oh no.
He baited it, all right. And now that is absolutely player familiarity, you know.
Yeah.
We have all watched JB enough to know that he's not afraid to let it rip. And that was one of those moments where Mateoha just had a gut feeling. He's like, I've seen this song and dance before, he's gonna do it. And he baited it out, and now he's not exactly, now he's on a meter advantage, but it's a little bit of mental damage.
No, you're absolutely right here. Close to stun, the throw is gonna get him that much closer. A hit away, the low is definitely gonna do it here. Not gonna be able to have enough to kill, but enough to do plenty of damage, especially with such a huge life lead. The back throw.
Yep. 60% of the time it works every time. Rashid JB goes up a game, and now we have transitioned into losers finals to remind everybody. So that means that this is going to be first to 3. There is going to be room for adaptation. There's going to be room for, you know, recollection and recomposing yourself. And a player rather of Mateoha's caliber, you know, is going to be able to do it. Let's hope he can dig deep and run this out.
No, you're absolutely right here. But again, we're seeing JB really take control of the situation. It plays out in his based off of his momentum, but Mateoha not gonna let him run him down just yet.
Oh wow, good punish. Absolutely max damage he could get in that situation. He used his 3-frame to interrupt the startup of that slow rolling shot, and then got the full V-skill 2 dash punch, followed up there. And now look at that, he interrupts the dash, and now he is looking to, you know, take a round and potentially tie this up at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, I mean, really making some moves here and some adjustments, but I think that just only burns or lights the flame of JB even more. Going in with the throw and the JB Classic off the wall.
Yes, that's so cheap. All right, that stun is so close. Forced to activate there. Okay, this is gonna be a good chunk of damage. He did buff the damage on the V-trigger 2 command grab, and JB snips it out. And is he stunned? He is.
He is.
So much.
What it lacks in damage, it makes up for in stun because the command grab is huge. And JB's in the corner here. Activation time though. He's got to find his way out. He's gonna go with the roll.
That was so cheap. I cannot believe he was ready for the throw tech. Oh my god, he didn't buffer into a special. He is leaving JB alive, and there he just runs into that jab. That was such a tense moment, but shout outs to the absolute audacity of Mateoha's defense right there to go for that throw tech after the cross up jump medium kick. That's absolutely a 50-50, and he had the gall to risk it all, and it paid off.
No, you're absolutely right. He really not only just a fantastic defense, but fantastic situational awareness and a great read. Going in with a double command grab and pushing hit JB forward into the corner and keeping that pressure going too, which is key in this situation because Rashid has an easy time finding his way out of the corner. So
big punish. Yep, uses that opportunity off the hard knockdown to get the charge up, and they're gonna fall just out of range. That would have been stunned.
Ooh. Yep, that is definitely gonna be stunned there. Doesn't take a whole lot to close out the round. Mateoha looking pretty nice right here.
He seems to have really found a couple of key moments where JB has made big mistakes. And to be fair, a character like Balrog only needs one or two of those. He hits like a truck and puts you into the corner so fast that you can't really afford to play too loose like that.
No, you're absolutely right. We talked a little bit about this before. Balrog definitely put some good damage on the board, so you have to play really well. You can't let him get a ton of confirmed. Going in with the mixer that gives him corner carry here. Breaking the throw.
Okay, he takes it that time. He has done an exceptional job so far of just really holding down back when he needs to and calling out these throw tech situations, but there JB is taking advantage of it. He's starting to mix up his options, mixing up his approach, but there is the V-Trigger activation, and now Mateoha gets to play his game a little bit. He is looking at a life deficit, but it's not impossible. We saw him make a big comeback like this.
No, you're absolutely right here, but JB gonna get a great confirm from the heel spike, following it up with a throw. One hit could potentially do it, especially with the meter behind that, but Mateoha makes the comeback here.
He has to hold the plus frames, and
the
that
command grab.
50-50. Look at the damage, and now when is the activation? Oh my god! Oh, that's not quite enough! He's... Oh, this is so...
Oh no, this could be a chip situation. Activation time! You gotta be careful, yep.
Really
That's such a hard place to be.
Yes. And that's so tough too, because that is a big win for JB. Like, sure, Mateoha was close, but you don't want a close loss in that situation. You want the close win. And so all of that just inertia is swinging towards JB. He's carrying that weight behind him now. It's even harder to try and stop him.
No, you're absolutely right there. He really was able to pull it through. Mateoha, though, with a convincing lead here and finding some weird momentum, but JB activation time, breaking the throw. Ooh.
Yes, that was a huge confirm. Given the opportunity to get that USC charge up. But JB is right back in there, applying the rushdown, not giving the room to breathe. There's the big counter hit, but Mateoha was ready. Look at this. He's got these triggers stacked up on deck, and there's going to be an activation in just a second. It was going to be off that EX dash punch, but he didn't anyway.
Wow, Mateoha pulling through, taking the lead 2 up on the board from JB, and that much closer to getting the run back from First CCH that we saw a little bit earlier.
Hey, now interesting, you know, JB is on the back foot here. He is kind of for the first time tonight, he's looking at what seems to be a bit of a download. Mateoha has just really figured out his offensive and the way that he's been able to mitigate pressure as well as defensively has been making all the difference.
No, you're absolutely right there. Mateoha has been really making great adjustments in his game. Both offensively and defensively, we're seeing activation time here from both players now.
Right back at you, go ahead.
Oh, going in with the corner pressure. Oh! Great jump out from Mateoha.
And I really like him spending the EX bar there to get the knockdown to give him the opportunity to charge the beast. And that is all it. That target combo becomes so deadly with V-Trigger 2 active. They gave him the chance to confirm off of that into the command grab, and it just makes his playing footsies with V-Trigger 2 active is so much scarier.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. And right now it's a scary situation. JB, or Mateoha, I should say, sitting on match point to find his way into the grand finals, but JB slacking a little bit here. Great confirm again, push into the corner. Doesn't take long to find his way back out into the neutral.
And we are back to the screen, and he attempted to interrupt, and it hit its mark.
And I like the use of the beat still here. Very liberally using that as an additional buff.
Okay, gonna get the side switch here. Try to do, you know, kind of a Street Fighter 4 frame kill cross-up situation, but Mateo just knew to block it out. You know, don't try and do anything risky. Okay, there is an opportunity for comeback here, and that's all it took. That's gonna be into super nice. I think that's all she wrote.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. JB definitely not down and out for the count just yet. But he spent a lot of meter to get here. Again, it's going to put him at a deficit, sending him into this final round. Still sitting at match point for my
And we have seen that what has been making the big difference here are these EX dash straights landing their mark and then giving Mateoha the chance to charge that B-skill too, and then he gets a better way in. Because no longer does he have to worry about a dash punch being negative where it's blocked at. It's always plus, sometimes way more than usual. And if it does hit, that's a ton of extra damage that you wouldn't get otherwise. So JB's trying to find a range where he won't let him get EX dash straight for free. And, you know, trying not to get clipped by it. But Mateoha's just doing such a good job of really threading the needle in neutral. And now stun is right there. And he gets it. This is going to be all she wrote. Easy mode combo right in the corner. And JB goes down 3-1 to Mateoha. Mateoha moving on in losers finals to fight Chris CCH in Grands. He played exceptionally well.
Oh, no. And that was, I think it was a little bit surprising because we see time and time again JB do so exceptionally well. But Mateoha is going to have to face off against Luigi.
Yes.
My apologies. Yeah, so going to have to face off against Luigi in losers finals for a chance into grand finals. So just a step closer into that run back situation, but still really well played. Great adjustments from Mateoha. Just not enough adjustments on JB's side to be able to carry things forward.
Yeah. And with this kind of momentum, I think this is really Mateoha's chance to, you know, make that run at grand finals, which I don't think we have seen maybe at all this season of Wednesday Night Fights. I don't know that we have seen him in grand finals at all, but he's playing exceptionally well tonight. Super, super solid. And I really want to just like shine a light on his decision making, whether it's defensively or offensively. He's doing such a good job of assessing risk and applying that strategy accordingly. And that's how he was able to take it like kind of convincingly over JB after that initial first game.
No, you're absolutely right there. I think the bracket might be a little funky. Sorry, I'm looking at the bracket trying to figure out what's going on, because Mateoha just beat JB, but Luigi beat JB.
Yeah, that was my bad. My old fingers.
Good. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, are we going into grand finals? All right, well, hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, while we get things situated. And while you're waiting, go check out the Matcherino.
Yes.
Please go make sure to use those codes WNF2021_1ASFV to add a free 50 cents to the prize pool. And on top of that, you can also do the sponsorship quest on the right hand side. And if you're liking what you're seeing tonight, make sure to clip it. Make sure to also go follow some of these amazing players. Yes. A lot of them are on social media and Twitter and even Twitch. I know JB runs a pretty cool stream. You can go follow him. He's actually streaming right now. Same with people like Chris CCH and so forth. So again, make sure to go support the community because we all love it here, and we want to make sure we support each other.
Couldn't have said it better. What a wholesome way to go into this ass beating grand finals between Mateoha on loser side versus Chris CCH on winners. To be honest, with their runs, both of these players have been playing pretty dominant. Now, Chris CCH does have the advantage of being on winner's side, but Mateoha has just been really running through loser's side, just doing so much in the way of playing clean and making the right adjustments. And talk about playing clean, that perfect counter poke buffer right there. And now he got the corner control, but I cursed him preemptively.
No, it was really well done here. And again, this corner pressure, these continuous pokes from Chris CCH. Ooh. That's a crush counter though, finds his way out. Activation time.
Okay, he decided to take the throw. Smart. You don't want to give Balrog a big crush counter in that type of scenario. You know, he'll take all of that and probably kill you, to be honest, with V-Trigger 1 action.
Absolutely. Activation time at that. Went with a throw, but it looked like maybe a bait there. Ooh, big damage time.
Oh, yep, that's going to be all she wrote. Chris CCH making the best usage of that enhanced fireball with the V trigger 1. He goes up around.
No, you're absolutely right. And I like the use of the V trigger 1 in this matchup because if you space it out and time it right, the fireball can be really, really key in closing in some space and letting Sakura play at the range comfortably.
Yes.
Because I do think Balrog plays at a kind of funky range that can counter some of Sakura's activity, but again, it's a matter of how she utilizes that fireball advantage.
Yeah, that's a super key point, like you said, in this matchup, because Balrog having the opportunity to use the V skill through the fireball, it's all about where she's going to place it and when she's going to use it. And until that actually comes out and Balrog gets the opportunity to use it, it's not really a factor. And in that moment, she's winning the neutral game.
Absolutely. But right here, too, we see that huge life lead, but again, the utilization of the V skill negates the fireball. All right, in the neutral here.
All right. Trying to just mitigate all the pressure from these fireballs. And V trigger's gone. Now stand heavy kick. Hey, no crush counter. Back to the fireball game. Oh man, I think that could have been a punish, but he gets the side switch anyway. Bigger combo, not just light confirmed. And now Chris CCH, there is the activation point back from Mateoha. No buffer off that down medium punch.
Nope, but plenty of damage to be chipped. Mateoha finds his mark to close out the round.
Final round.
Got to be careful with that V trigger 1 active. He can really bypass neutral in ways otherwise that he can't against Sakura, because suddenly his dash punches are no longer punishable on block. And he can just kind of throw that out willy-nilly, and if you run into it, you're dead.
No, you're absolutely right here. Going in with the forward throw, keep this momentum and chase down going. Great whip on the kick. One of Sakura's best buttons, in my opinion.
Yep. Without a doubt, one of the best normals in the game. And there is a 4-piece into the medium punch uppercut. There's the activation point from Mateoha, pushing him all the way to the other side into the mix-up situation. Chris CCH guessed right.
Yep. Going in with the activation time here, make that AX Tatsu safe. This allows, I think, some breathing room for Chris CCH to find his way out of the corner, but he's gotta keep this going.
Oh, nice. I really like him not committing to the full swing there. And now look at how... Oh my gosh, is he dead? No, he's not dead. Her super scales a lot.
Ooh, but it was a
and
close
he
call.
woke up with it. I can't believe it. Mateoha, there have been a few key scenarios right at the end of a game where he has absolutely not been at an advantageous point to press buttons. And he's woken up with it anyways, you know, praying that his opponent is just a little bit hesitant, and it's worked out in his favor. That's happened 2 or 3 times tonight during his losers run. And now just like that, he's up a game over Chris CCH, working on making this bracket reset.
I know, I think we were all a little bit surprised for him to hit a button there, but I'm not mad at it because it worked out in his favor. Triky's not mad at it either, but that means Chris CCH is angry now going into this round with a huge life lead. EX Fireball, keep this pressure going.
Oh, I really like using that light kick Tatsu there. A little bit of stagger pressure from Mateoha, but now we're back to neutral. Chris CCH can chill back a little bit, you know, just try and use some of his specials. There's EX again, there's the V-trigger activation point, but there's another challenge.
Yeah, very great situational awareness there. Mateoha takes his turn, went with the overhead option, just not enough to carry through.
Man, I love Mateoha's defense, and that is it. He is just using the times when he's not up close to just back off and let her expend that V-trigger meter so that he doesn't have to worry about frame drops. He doesn't have to worry about getting clipped low walking back. He backs off just enough to let her just kind of vent her frustrations, and then he can go back in.
No, you're absolutely right. And talk about change of tides here. Mateoha having a huge life lead. Is it gonna last? A great cross up and great combo from Chris CCH. DP under.
What a throw tech! And look, he is just finding all the right opportunities. I love that V reversal. Oh my gosh, that was genius. I cannot believe how well he's playing. Look at Mateoha. The neutral
my goodness.
jump, the buffer, and there's the big crush counter.
The big sweep here. But again, going with DP enter gets a corner advantage here. Great meaty setup. Ooh, that is definitely going to close out the round. That was a beautiful meaty. Yeah, beautiful meaty setup there. And beautifully executed at that. Chrissy CH gonna even things up round per round. Still gotta pull through though to put one on the board.
Yeah, he is still absolutely down, and there that buffer is failing him. That buffer off the light jab, and look at what he ate for. That was easy 45% just for missing a buffered jab.
Yep, and stuck in the corner this time around. Gotta be careful. Great confirm here for Mateoha. Keeping these checks. Activation time.
What a throw tech! I can. His defense right now. He's Dennis Rodman right now. He's Dennis Rodman on the 96 Bulls. He's the defensive player of the year. That is what is making all the difference right now. And Christian CH doesn't really have an answer. Look at this life lead.
I know, it's a huge one. He can even afford to take the hit, but he definitely doesn't want to. He's not going to with such a huge defense here. Chrissy CH is struggling to find his way out of the corner, and just not enough.
The whiff punish. I am beside myself with how well Mateoha is playing. I have never seen him play this well. And that's not even to say that he's normally a scrub. He's probably the second best Balrog in the country, only to Smug. Or no, that's Brian F is in the chat. I'm sorry. He's probably third best. But he's exceptionally good. But I have never seen him play this clean. He is just it's like he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's seriously like we can hear Keanu Reeves in the distance. There's typing in green text on the screen, and Mateoha is plugged in.
Right. There's a big crush counter, huge opportunity for Sakura. There's the big confirm off the meaty. That decides to go for the better pressure. Okay, that stun is still mounting. It's right there, but there is a buffer finding its mark. Now he pushes him all the way to the corner and puts him in a guess situation. Now he is taking flight.
There's going to be the activation point going in with the back row. Wants to get the corner situation here.
Okay. Spacing him out, and now Chris CCH is doing well in the way of whittling him down. He's not overcommitting a bunch. He's really clammed up, and there he went back to it. I can't believe it. But you know, he's really picked up on the tendency for Mateoha to try and counter poke, and there is the EX dash straight. He is willing, and why not, right? There's no way anybody's going to react to that. He would have had to either just be holding down back or preemptively mashing out EXDP.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
No, you're absolutely right. Really well executed there. And again, this is going to put Mateoha at an advantage for the reset and getting rid of that stun meter, but Chrissy says keep him back in the corner with the DP.
Man, he's doing such a good job checking these shimmy situations. And man, speaking of checking, Chris CCH ready. He gets to confirm off the EX Tatsu. There's going to be a ton of meter build. And now he puts a round on the board. However, let's keep in mind, folks, take a look at that scoreboard. It is 2-0. And Mateoha still has a round in this match. He's got the chance to take this 3-0 in loser side grand finals and reset the bracket.
Yeah, but we also have to remember, too, he's got to have the stamina to take it to another 3 points. And that's assuming Chris CCH doesn't get any more on the board.
Right.
So that's the beauty of this game, is you have to have the stamina and mental strength to play through these matches and continue to read your partner. Or opponent, I should say.
Hey, they're their dance partner, essentially, right? That's a common analogy, that you're dancing with your opponent. I respect it. You were just thinking ahead.
Yep. Thinking ahead right here. Nice small confirm in the neutral.
And we're seeing a lot of neutral jumps from Mateoha there. He's trying to either not take the block pressure from the stand, not take the block pressure from the stand heavy kick, or even have to worry about the fireballs. Ooh, that was almost a really cool trade combo from Chris CCH.
Yep, in the neutral, going with the low option there. Chris CCH blocks it out.
Oh, man, if he would have buffered that, that would have been guess for game. Okay, EX, that's not quite dead, but there is one more, and Chris CCH better all on that low forward, and it made its mark. I couldn't think of what to say.
No, I mean, that you nailed it on the head. It absolutely made its mark. It pulled through. Chris CCH finally able to get one on the board. You can tell he is upset.
Oh, for sure.
And I would be
pissed.
I don't blame him. I would be upset too if I'm down 2 right now and I'm risking facing the reset. But Christy CH still able to pull through. Gonna be sticking things out here, but it's gotta keep this momentum. Again, the mistake of the DP, we've seen this getting punished too.
And a ton of damage. Barlow makes that hurt. More importantly, with the corner carry, but Christy CH, as he has been doing virtually all game, just really fighting his way out. And there is the buffer off the stand, light kick in neutral. And now Mateoha is trying to really gain control back. It seems Chris has done well to figure out how he can stop the momentum in neutral, and he's just really taking this and running with it.
No, you're absolutely right. Talk about running, finding his way out of the corner here. Mateoha, again, just fishing for an opportunity to get confirmed.
Okay. Just going for that big stand fierce, hoping for a crush counter, building up a little bit of gray damage. Ooh, I love the reaction, and there is the confirm into the V trigger.
Yeah, it was a great reaction to the fireball here, and it's going to give him a little bit of advantage, putting Christy CH in the corner. Christy CH still finds his way out with the DP.
Oh my god, the defensive option there. Just rotating his wheels. There it is. That is gonna do it. That is absolutely gonna end it in Chris CCH's favor. There is another round, and he is slowly but surely turning it on and taking this back in his control.
Yeah, definitely making these micro adjustments here, and it's working in his favor. I think he's taking a little bit of a backseat on the offensive approach and letting Mateoha kind of kill himself in a sense, make the mistakes for him, and then punish them accordingly. Chris CCH so has to keep this up, and I like the adjustment here on the defense for Chris CCH.
Yep. Oh man, big overhead there. A ton of damage. V trigger is almost there, or excuse me, 2 bars. I guess he's not using V trigger 1 anymore, or V trigger 2. But there is V trigger right back at you, activated from Chris CCH, and there's the V shift. I really like that option.
Yeah, the V shift took him out of a sticky situation for pressure here, but again, still having V trigger, this is a great pressure situation for Chris CCH because it only takes Mateoha 1 mistake. Great anti-air side switch. Oh,
that is catastrophic. Doesn't decide to use meter. There's the defensive back throw. And when is the activation going to come from Mateoha? Any second now? I can't believe he blocked it. And then he had the nerve to throw tech. It still didn't work out. The immediate EXDP or EX fireball afterwards to take away any sort of shift in position. You know, a lot of times players in situations like that after a throw tech, they will do something drastic to try and catch their opponent off guard, to try and force a situation. Chris CCH could smell that coming from a mile away. He's been doing that for the past game and a half now. That's how he's making this comeback. And Mateoha's really going to have to clean it up and dig deep to try and calm himself down so he doesn't make as many mistakes as these.
No, you're absolutely right. We talked a lot and complimented Mateoha's defense, but it seems like it's lacking a little bit here coming into the next coming rounds. And the big difference here, Mateoha needs 1 to reset the bracket. Chris CCH needs 1 to win the tournament. That's a big deficit. Not just in light bars, but in the pressure.
And speaking of pressure, I really like the way Mateoha is just presenting a threat and absolutely taking control back, getting the back throw off of that V reversal. But there he spends another bar, and any hit is really going to hurt for Chris CCH. If he gets clipped by anything, and just like that, there's an easy 150 damage off that crush counter. But he lands its mark and gets the forward throw, and now Mateoha has to be careful.
Yeah, again, gonna take the throw here, but this corner pressure is oppressive. Here, it looked like maybe going for the cross up, but didn't land its mark. Trade on the jump. Activation time.
Oh, man, that down jab could have been it. He wouldn't even have had to spend super for it, and he was ready for that. Chip out, please. Oh,
no!
Wait for it. I don't know if that was an error and it was supposed to be EX Fireball, or if he really was just doing delay EXDP. It's possible he was trying to do that, but man, what a gamble.
Yeah, the man is he said, you know what, I lost the keys and the car and the house, but I still got my wallet. Let's bet it on black, and it hit. All right, talking about a huge life lead here for Chris CCH, keeping this control over the corner here, but Mateoha finds his activation point.
right? Look at the damage in the corner fairy. I really like that. Don't spend the meter, save it. Your next combo, if you land anything, it's gonna put him in stun, but you tried to press at the wrong time, got the frame trap, and that is all she wrote. Chris CCH getting the easy confirm off the enhanced fireball there for the juggle, and now it is tournament point for Mateoha. Either he sinks or swims here.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure if you're Mateoha, and it's also a lot of stamina you have to spend to get through this here. All right.
Chris CCH really ramping it up. He is all gas, no brakes right now, forcing him to slow down, put him in his place. Mateoha busting up the EX dash straight, and now we're back to neutral, and another one hits. And now he has something going for him. Can he keep this inertia behind his snowball and actually take this from Chris CCH?
Yeah, but we see activation point. This is the turning point here for Chris CCH if he can keep up his defense. Can't be throwing out fireballs like that. You are gonna get punished, and a great anti-air there for Mateoha.
Oh man, but that side switch was deadly. There's the confirm off of the crush counter, and he's got a lot of V-trigger left. I love this. Clam up on defense. Okay, now he is one hit away. Don't overextend. Oh my gosh, that was so
Oh man. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. The V-skill can be such a detriment to Sakura's fireball game. She's not careful with it here. Chris CCH one hit away.
Oh man, this is so tense. Look at this. He is just holding down back, finding the time off that crouch medium kick, and now he is harassing with that frame trap, trying to get him to bite, press a button at the wrong time, and he's just praying that he overextends a little bit.
Oh no!
Is that no way? He's not dead. He's not dead. The scale's is he dead? No, he's not.
Oh no, just
and that was all it took. The situation after the knockdown, Chris CCH dashed up and did crouching forward. I don't even think that's real Oki, but he was willing to risk it for the biscuit, and Popeyes paid out.
Yeah, Popeye said, here, we'll give you a free one. We got the extra honey packets for it, just to make it nice. Man, that was a dicey situation there because it really could have gone either way. And again, we would have gotten either the reset or the tournament, and it worked out in Chris CCH's favor. And I mentioned this before, but I like the adjustment to his defense. He was definitely playing a little bit more defensively and making those adjustments, which worked out in his favor. But that isn't to discredit Mateoha, because he made a huge comeback from loser's side, and he played extremely well the second time around against Chris CCH. It just wasn't enough to carry him through.
Yeah, he, you know, I don't even know that he necessarily ran out of gas. I think he just had a hard time. You could tell in that last round, Chris CCH really ramped up his offense. He kind of took the shackles off and let himself run free. And Mateoha started to adjust, but I think it was a little bit too late. And then by the time that he was put in that super dire situation right at the end, where he had to guess between, you know, he had to guess how he was going to approach after that knockdown on super.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't ready to react in time. It was just that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. He played exceptionally well. He can absolutely hang his hat on his performance tonight.
No, you're absolutely right there. And again, he played exceptionally well, but that is what we you know, that's nothing new that we've seen from him time and time again, always making top 8s in the bracket. So huge congratulations and a huge thank you to all the players competing tonight. They did extraordinarily well. Chris CC's gonna take it and reign supreme.
Yes.
Now, again, make sure if you guys want to go and support the players and matches you've seen tonight, go check out the match arena. You can use that promo code WNF2021_18SFV as a free 50 cents to the prize pool. You can also do a sponsorship quest on the right-hand side that adds a little extra cushion to the prize pool. We are sitting at, let me refresh the page, I think it was $127, which huge prize pool. Huge thank you to everybody who you know, threw money their way. Very much appreciated. But you know, Mr. Mistopheles, before we sign off for the night, where can people find you? What do you got going on coming up next?
Yeah, so I do have a very active Twitter account at Mr. Mistopheles, just like you see on the screen there. And if you also like to watch video games, which I'm guessing you do if you're hanging out in the chat, I do have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mr. Mistopheles, spelled the exact same way. I normally stream 3 to 4 times a week, something like that. So if you guys are enjoying what you heard on commentary, if you want to keep track of when I'm going to be doing commentary next and where, follow me on either of those avenues. What about you, Flexus? Let the good people know.
Well, if you guys want to hear the kind of nonsense that I have to spill or the silly things that I say, you guys can go check me out on Twitter at Flexus_. I also stream once to twice a week over on Twitch at Flexus_. So 2 underscores right there. So please make sure to go check that out. I will be commentating tomorrow for Digital Havoc. They're running a charity event, so make sure to go check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun supporting a great cause. I'm also running a personal charity for the month of May to help support the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. It is it is AAPI Heritage Month, so make sure to go check that out. You can find the information over on Twitter. But until then, my name is Flexus.
I am Mr. Mistopheles, and thank you guys so much for joining us.
Adios.